If we're giving so much life to what we want and we're kind of suffocating the paradigms and the beliefs that we don't want, they cannot do anything but die eventually. A lot of therapists traditionally really like to dig deep into what went on in the past. It really doesn't matter, to be quite honest. It matters to the extent that it's nice to know where your beliefs came from. But other than that, to move forward, you don't really need to dig up anything too much. You can really just start to move forward. The only way it will help you is if it gives you peace of mind knowing that where you are isn't your fault or that what has happened in your life isn't your fault, so long as you didn't understand this information at a very deep level. So I kind of went on a tangent there, but I hope that was helpful to you. You really want to brainwash yourself with the idea. However, you can get it into your head as many times a day you can. Do that, and you'll experience a new result.
Well, thank you so
I
much.
have a question.
You're welcome so much. Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, the question that I have is about consistency, uh,
Mhm.
kind of somewhat related to focus. But focus, I can do focus. I can even, um, like you would do with a kid. If you behave, you'll get this, right? So and trade like that, and that helps me focus. But when it comes to showing up consistently on social media, I find it extremely difficult. I also, I guess, is um, I'm a public speaker and I can be in front of 20 people or 30 people or 2,000 people and I can talk. But when it comes talking to a screen and I see nobody behind it, I kind of freeze. And and so I guess I have that thing in my mind, in my subconscious, and I'm having trouble overcoming it. What do you recommend?
You're saying like doing a Facebook Live or something?
Like a Facebook Live or even just a video, a static video that you record on your phone and then upload it to social media.
Sure. So you want to get as comfortable as you can as fast as you can. The only way to push through fear, so long as it's not a life or death situation, is to just do the thing over and over and over and over again. That's really the only way is through. You want to understanding what the fear is can help as well. So way back when we were, cavemen and we were hunter gatherers and fighting off tigers and bears, oh my, we had this mechanism in our subconscious mind that helped us stay alive. So what it did was it stored really traumatizing experiences. So if a bear attacked us, it would store that. Oh my gosh, if anything ever looks remotely close to what just happened, we're going to let you know. Your subconscious mind, it's going to let you know that it's about to happen. It's going to essentially send off a fire alarm in your brain so that you are like hyper aware and that you run, right? Fight or flight mechanism kicks in. Now, we still have that mechanism. It's a part of your subconscious or your brain. It's called the amygdala, and it stores fear-based situations, trauma. So, if you ever had a fear of public speaking, or if you ever had an experience or something at some point in your life caused you to believe that that's a scary thing, that that's like not for you, that you're not worthy of that, or that you're not good at it, something happened somewhere and your brain stored that as a traumatic thing that you're not going to do, it's just trying to keep you safe and it's trying to make you not die or croak. Now, your amygdala doesn't know that the bears and the tigers are gone. It doesn't know that it's just a screen. It has no idea, it has no ability to discern that. It only knows that it's trauma and it's going to do the same thing and set off a fire alarm in your brain that says, oh my gosh, no, Clara, I don't know about this. This is scary. This is new. You've never been here. We want to keep you safe. So if you can understand, right, that it's just your brain acting on your behalf to keep you safe, then it's kind of like, okay, I understand you, brain, but I'm okay. It's just a screen. There's just people just like me on the other side of it, all around the world, maybe. And they're no better than I am. They're in their own lives, and as long as I speak from my heart and I'm open and honest and I'm genuine and I believe in what I'm saying and I'm saying what I'm believing, then all is okay in the world and it's going to be just fine. And then you just click the live button and you just speak from your heart. If anytime you guys are on stage or you're frightened or you're going on stage or you're got to speak somewhere or do a live and you are nervous or worried or anxious, you're being actually very selfish, right? Because you're about to go live on this platform. You're about to share some kind of knowledge or wisdom with someone somewhere. And if you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to be good enough. What if they this? What if they that? All you're doing is thinking about yourself in that moment. And that's actually the quite opposite reason of why you got on in the first place, right? You went on to hopefully serve and maybe invite people to join you in something really great that you believe in. As long as you believe in it and you've got your heart out there and you're being genuine and speaking from that space in you, then people are going to resonate. And you might just build the belief that when I speak, people just resonate. They just do. People just, they love listening to me. They want to join me. They want to work with me however they can. They just want to join me. They just do. If you make that your belief about whenever you press play, whenever you go live, whenever you blank, um, people love it and people want to join you, and you believe that at your core, then that's what you're going to experience. So the only The only thing in your way is just your thoughts in your own mind. And if you can understand that it's just coming from a part of your brain that's trained to keep you safe, and you can consciously decide to override that enough times, eventually it will become innate. Eventually it will become your comfort zone. Eventually it won't be so scary. Eventually it will be your new normal. And then you'll be like, what was I so afraid of?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everyone go watch Clara's lives.
Hey, Madison, I have a
Yeah,
question. I have a question for you. Can you talk a little bit about the
please.
power of imagination and attracting your goals to you?
Of course. So your imagination, let me make 2 notes before I go on a tangent and forget what you said. Hold on. So your imagination is so super powerful. Um, your imagination is literally your ability to look into your future and create your future. It's your ability to co-create with God. If you don't believe in God, call it source, call it light, call it infinite supply, call it universe. I don't really care what you call it. Just know that there's something bigger than you that created all of us that we're all a part of. Okay. You're not alone. You've never been alone and you never will be alone. And you can always lean on this source, whatever it is that you want to call it, you call it that. Um, your imagination is your ability to tap into that source. So when you close your eyes and you go into what people call your third eye or your mind's eye, so I'm like, woo, no, it's just a faculty that you have, that we all have, that we get to use to cook up a new reality for ourselves. So I always say the image in your mind is actually more real than the image that your eyes are perceiving to be true. So if you close your eyes and see a number in your bank account and you open them and see the opposite in your bank account, the image in your mind is actually more accurate than the one that you're seeing with your eyeballs. The one that you're seeing with your eyeballs is actually a past reflection or a past thought or action that's now been made manifest in your physical world. But make no mistake about it, it was created once already in your imagination, in your mind's eye with source or God.
Mhm.
And now you're experiencing the effect of it. So your imagination is your ability to literally create your entire world. But we're taught to suppress it, right? Let's go back to school. Sit down, shut up, pay attention, get in line, stop talking, stop staring out the window, stop talking to your friends, pay attention. 2 plus 2 equals 4. In school, we're taught to suppress our imagination. This, who the hell told you you could do that? I don't want to do that. Well, that's impossible. Oh, be realistic, right? We're taught by people who aren't even pursuing themselves. They're locked into a system with handcuffs on. School. Yikes. If there's any teachers on here, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's so true, Madison. So true.
Right? Isn't it, Wise? I'm so glad you asked that. But the goals that you attract, right? That comes from your ability to lock into your image that you're seeing through your imagination. You're cooking up this image that you want, this dream life that you want. You're thinking it's far off. It's really not. But because you think it's far off, it is. Because you think it's not tangible, it isn't. Because you think it's impossible, then it is. But when you see it in your mind, that's your green light that you can hold it in your hand so long as you have the willpower and the right system to believe in it long enough and pursue it long enough for it to pop out into your reality. Peace to the kingdom, Leslie, huh?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions?
I don't necessarily have a question, just
Okay, I
more
love
so.
your name. I've been saying it like every day of the masterclass. I love it so much. Nice to meet you.
You too, and it's actually D'Andriel, but
Dang it. I was saying like Deandrele or something
it's
crazy.
it's normal. It's normal.
Deandriel. That's way prettier than what I was saying. Okay.
It's
Nice
all
to meet
good.
you.
You too. So, like I said, it's more of a comment because I've been working on these things for like a week now. And because we're on the same like energy frequency, you know that a week is a very long time. So I've already been manifesting these things for the past week, but I just couldn't figure out how to tie it all together. Like I'm aware and I'm living and I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to manifest these things. And it's just something that's off, right? So when I came across the post that you were going to be going live every day, I'm like, okay, I have to set an alarm, whether because I'm a new mother of twins, so I'm always doing something.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So whether I'm like breastfeeding or whatever, I'm like at 2:00, I have to find somewhere to sit down. I have to do this. I have to sit here. I have to get it done. Oh my God, I think my phone is going to die. Oh no, it's on 1%. But anywho, just to wrap it up, just in case it does die, I appreciate you for coming on because I'm pretty sure this is exactly what I needed. And I'm going to say needed because I'm going to speak my manifestations into my future because they already happened, right? They already happened.
Beautiful.
No,
Thanks for sharing. Nice to meet you.
you too.
Questions, comments, help, struggle points?
Hey, Maddie,
Dean. Oh, hey, Dean.
quick question. I'm sorry. I'm here with my senseis. That's why I'm on the camera is off.
You're good.
How can you explain how do you handle like say for example the ups and downs in terms of one day you're good with actually doing, okay, like say you have the thought, like for example okay, I have an idea of what to do with going live, and I hear you talking about going live just about now, but then it's like okay, then you miss that, or you don't do it. How do you sort of get that it's set and it becomes automatic?
Where you do what you want to do.
Yeah, you just get it done, even with challenges. It's like becoming sort of really superhuman and not subhuman.
Yeah. I like how you said that. So we're humans, right? So we're always going to have things to work on, things that we want to be better. That's why we're here. We're here to experience good, bad, negative, positive, polarity. We're here to have contrast. We're here to create. So we're always going to have stuff that we want to be different. Okay. When you get to where you want to go, you're going to want to get somewhere new. And I'll tell you this from experience. My first goals, I got there and I was like, well, what? Okay, what's next? And then again and again and again and again and again, you think that there's this, oh, when I get there, then I'll know. It's actually not how it works. The sooner you can get comfortable with, we just have to become obsessed with the journey and love the journey we're on. And the faster we love the journey we're on, the faster what we want will unfold to us. Faster you can get your mind around that, the better. a lot of people when they're trying to, I'm going on a tangent again. I'll answer your question, I promise. A lot of people when they're going to, when they're first getting into this information, they're like, I need money, I need money, I need money. And they think they need money to fix their problems, but they don't. Because if you don't fix your problems when the money's not there, when the money's there, you're going to have the same problems, if not bigger. Money is a magnifier. Okay, if you're a good person, you're going to be an even better person. If you're a bad person, you're going to be a real bad person with a lot of money. So it's just a magnifier, and it's also just energy. As soon as people start earning the money that they've always wanted to earn, they're kind of like, oh my gosh, I thought everything was going to be okay now that I was earning the money, but actually it's the quite opposite. So I'll say to you, those of you who are wanting that, it's important to love the journey that you're on. The faster you have gratitude and true peace, not satisfaction, but peace and appreciation for where you're at in life in general, the faster what you want will be unfiltered to you. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but you asked the question and that wasn't the answer. So I'll get to your question now. When you're going along in life and you don't want to, slack, for lack of a better word, or procrastinate, and you want to be way more of an effective human, what I do, a great tool that I use is accountability. So what I do is I have an accountability group in the morning now. We meet every morning at 6:30 a.m. to make sure that we wake up. I love that. I love accountability. I don't want to let them down. So pick people who you don't want to let down, who you're afraid to let down, and ask them to be your accountability buddy. And then you will wake up early. For the things that you're doing throughout the day, what I like to do is before I go to bed, I'll write down the 6 most important things that I want to do for myself tomorrow. And when I wake up after my morning routine, I go right into those 6 things. Sorry, morning routine, gym, and then I go right into those 6 things. And I don't do anything else until those 6 things are done. Once they're done, then I think and have fun and go whatever, shopping or something, do something fun. So set yourself up for success is my biggest advice for that, Dean. By accountability or writing things down before you go to bed and waking up and surrendering to them. But also giving yourself some grace, because it's not the things that you do, it's really how you do it. And even deeper than that, it's what you believe to be true about what you're experiencing. So if you believe that because you didn't go live, now you're not going to get a client, then you're shutting off all other ways to get the client. If you believe that because you didn't go live, now people aren't going to come to you, then now they're not. Always be open to more ways than one. One thing that I really love to do as well is always write down, what are other ways that people can find me? What are other ways that people can come across me? How can I get in front of more people? And I'll sit there and I'll write down as many ideas as I can for a 10-minute timer. And I'll just do that. And ideas will come and I'll circle 2 that feel really great to me and I'll do those that day. Don't work against yourself, work with yourself. I didn't want to wake up early for a long time, and so I didn't, but I'm still wildly successful. I didn't need to wake up at 5 a.m. to get here. And I don't believe that you do either. It's just what you believe about what you want that becomes true. So work with yourself, not against yourself. That's my biggest advice to you. Do what feels good, not what feels forced, because what feels forced won't get you the results anyway, because you're not in a great vibration anyway. Long-winded.
Great, thank you so much.
We ended
Thank you.
there. You're welcome. Hi, baby. Okay, Lionel says, what's your view on meditating? I think meditating is the most important and the most impactful thing that you could implement into your life starting yesterday. Your meditation time is your ability to connect with source, God, light, whatever you believe in. It's your time to connect with that. We spend so much time in the physical, mechanical world looking around at our results, looking around at what's manifested, looking around at the account, looking around at the government, the politics, all the balagna everywhere. And if you can just quiet your mind for 30 minutes a day, or 15 minutes a day even, and shut off your senses to the external world and go up into your mind and quiet your mind and listen and ask and pray or meditate, meditate, pray, affirm. It's all the same thing, different words. but it's the most important part of my day. And it's certainly the most important part of all of your days as well. If you're not taking time to connect to your inner being, in other words, God, light, the source within you, you're going to be kind of like a lost puppy dog, always blowing around in the wind, coming up against really great things, coming up against not so great things, experiencing things that you want, experiencing things that you don't want. Bad luck, good luck. Bad situation, good situation. I mean, think about a blade of grass blowing in the wind. It's just here for the ride, right? And in a sense, we are just here for the ride for sure, but we get a say in the ride that we're on. And the way that you set that up is by communicating with Source every single day, intentionally calibrating yourself to the vibration or feeling that you want to be in every single day before you set out in your day is so pivotal. If you take anything from me, it would be to start meditating 30 minutes in the morning before you talk to any human beings. So important. Other questions?
Hi, Maddie.
Hey, Candace. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So going back to being content with where you are, how do you go about doing that? Because like I just went through like a traumatic experience and like it needed to happen in order for me to grow. But how do I just like accept it to start moving forward?
Well, you don't really need to. I mean, so okay, let me back up. I don't know if content with where you're at is the right word. I think appreciation is a better word because you can find appreciation in pretty much all things, even the most traumatic. You can find appreciation in them, and I think you already have. So you see it for what it is. We want to minimize it. We don't want to blow up anything more than it's already been blown up. We want to minimize, minimize, minimize. It is what it is. Harvest the good, forgive the rest. You don't need to be happy about what happened, but you can certainly find the good in all things. There is good in all things. If something is really, really, really bad, there has to be a really, 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 really good solution or outcome on the other side. If something's really good, it can be really bad on the other side. If something's amazing, or if something's, let me go the other way. If something's, I don't want to beat a dead horse here. I think you guys get it. If something's really bad, it can be really good. The worse it gets, the better it can be on the other side. The worse it is, the more you can do with it on the other side. The bigger the problem, the bigger the solution. So that's kind of how you want to look at it and play with it. You can also use law of relativity. Okay, you can use the law of relativity for you, or you can use it against you. I suggest you all use it for you. There's always someone that's had it worse. There's always someone that's had it better. You can use this to humble yourself, and you can use this to make yourself feel better. Either way is okay. So those are two kind of tools that you can use to kind of shift your perception on whatever went on. And to move forward, it's just like looking for the good. How can I look for the good in this? What's the good in this? Can I teach something about it? Can I give this to someone somehow? And if it doesn't make sense yet, don't fret too much about it. Just know that it will make sense in the future. There will be one day where you'll be like, oh my word, if that never happened, I would have never been able to something. And it will come full circle completely for you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but just ask for that.
Silver lining.
There you go, baby.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Questions, comments? We're almost up. We are up actually, but if you guys have any more questions, I'm happy to hang out.
I just got one more question, if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
So if you already obviously in MLM and let's say and this is something that I always feel like it might be right or wrong. If you feel like you don't really agree, or if you feel like maybe your upline did something that it might not sound like as good as you thought that it could be, like for you, obviously, for your performance, how would you handle the situation? How
End
what would
it.
you, or how would you handle it, or do you need to
Handle
actually just feel more like gratitude? I mean, I'm just trying to understand, because I've been listening a lot, even Bob Proctor, and not only Bob Proctor, but I just try to think, maybe sometimes we just need to be more grateful. But then I'm just trying to, kind of come up to a point that sometimes, well, because obviously I've not been doing this for like that long, like over a year plus, not that long, but sometimes I feel like I've really grown a lot. As in, when I started, I used to think like, oh no, why is he saying that? Why is he always picking on me or something like that? But then after a year plus, obviously a lot changed in my mind, but still there's a few things that sometimes I feel like, how would I handle this situation? I don't want to come across like I'm trying to go over anyone. You know what I mean? So obviously I'm learning, but yeah, basically. What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
So
Yeah.
the first thing that anyone will tell you in network marketing, anyone who's made it in network marketing, earning like 6 figures a month or so, they'll tell you that they will tell you to fire your upline. So this guy or girl or whoever they are, you are in charge of your own success. You are in charge of you. No one else can change your results except for you. So you grab the bull by the horns and you just figure it out. He's not responsible for your success. He's not responsible for the lack of your success. He is just there as a guide. If you want him, great. If you don't, also great. If you want to take the good and leave the not so great, then do that. If you notice that he's pulling you off your game, so to speak, or he's vibrationally making, causing you to decide to feel a certain way, and you'll feel better without him in your experience, then kindly and politely say, hey, you know what? I appreciate you so much, and for all the things that you've taught me up until this point, but I've started to resonate, differently with different teachers. And if it's okay with you, they always say to fire your upline. So respectfully, I'd like to do so. But I'm here to help. I'm on your team. If you promotions, anything, I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. But I'd really like to, not be held responsible by you anymore. Like I got this, so to speak. And then find someone in your company that you really resonate with and reach out to them and say, hey, I know I'm not on your team and I know that you have no financial connection to me, but would it be okay if I sat in on your team meetings? I really love how you run things. I really look up to how you build your team. Could I just sit in? I won't waste your time. I don't even need your time. Can I just sit in on your team meetings? Can I just see how you run things?
Wow, that's really great advice. Definitely. Thank you so much. All
You're
right,
so
cool.
welcome. You're welcome. Congrats and good luck. All right, last one. Someone says, how do you find your purpose in life? Yeah, how do you find your purpose in life? So when I first started studying with Bob, I was doing that. I didn't know who I was as a 19-year-old, lost, confused college graduate. I was really looking for my purpose. I didn't really want the money. I mean, I didn't believe I could even have the money. So I told myself I didn't want the money. I told myself I didn't want luxury things. I told myself that I wasn't materialistic, all this stuff that I didn't really believe. I just told myself it because I didn't believe I could have it. So I wasn't entertaining it because I wanted to keep myself safe. Follow me on that? So I said that I just wanted my purpose. I just wanted to know why I was here. And I used the program to find my purpose. So I followed Bob's system in Thinking into Results, the program that we teach, the program that we're offering to all of you guys off the back end of the masterclass, is to join us in that program for 6 months. So I took that program first, and the first thing I did was say, I want my goal. People were setting goals for millions of dollars and to start up businesses. Little old me, I just wanted my goal. I wanted to know why I was here. I wanted to know what my goal was. And that was my first goal, to know who the heck I was as a woman here on earth. What is my purpose? And I followed his system. I asked source, I meditated on it. I wrote down, I think, I'm so happy and grateful now that every day in every way, my purpose and goal becomes clearer and clearer. Yeah, that was it. I wrote that down in a card and I read it all the time. I looked at it all the time. I was an assistant at the time for my dad, actually. And I had it stamped on all of the cabinets on my desk. And I had it on my phone screensaver. And I journaled about it. And I cried about it. And I laughed about it. And I asked people about it. And I interviewed people in careers to see if I could like what they were doing. I was just so curious about the unfolding of who I was going to become and I knew that I was going to be something, still do, just knew that I had this just magnificent journey ahead of me. I was just really eager to find it. I will tell you that if you try to force it and you try to figure it out super hard, you're going to push it away. All you need to do is affirm that it's coming, it's being unfolded to you. You're going to realize it sooner or later. You're going to look back and you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, it came out. There it was. I'm here. I feel so good now. Holy crap, that happened in a way that I never knew how. Wow. Surprised me, right? God swept me off my feet. Wow. Source, whatever you believe in. If I say God, don't confuse it with religion, okay? I'm just using it as a term to describe infinite supply, source. If you believe in God, great. If you don't, it's okay too. So start asking, start journaling, start listening, start thinking, what will it feel like to have my purpose? What will it feel like to have my goal? It will feel good. I'll feel clear. I'll feel lighter on my feet. I'll feel happy. I'll feel giving. I'll maybe feel philanthropic. I'll maybe feel confident. I'll maybe feel success oriented. And all those feelings that you come up with, you really want to do your best to feel those feelings right now. Because it's actually not the goal that you're seeking or the purpose that you're seeking. It's the feeling of having the purpose that you're seeking. The faster you feel those feelings now, the faster the purpose has no choice but to line up with you and to come into your world really super fast. Live from the end. Think about what you want. Act as if you already have it. What are the feelings that you have now that it's done? Try to feel those feelings now. The faster you line up with it vibrationally, the faster it will pop out in your physical reality. All right, everyone. Well, be well. God bless. I appreciate you guys. It was so nice to meet the ones that I got to speak with and meet. So super grateful for y'all. I hope this was really helpful and beneficial. If you have any questions about the program, how to move forward, other programs, wherever you're at, we can meet you with something to help you on your path. Our motto is no one left behind. Quite frankly, my dad at 43, me at 19, figuring out this information, we were like, why the heck were we taught this in school? So our mission is really no one left behind, and we serve people from broke on the street to billionaires. So if you want to start your path, just email the team, get in touch with us, comment in the Facebook group, get a hold of Kaylee or Elijah in the Facebook group, and they'll either get you on a call with me or they'll set you up with something that will fit you where you're at right now to help you get going. Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Be well. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Weekend.
Yeah.